Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. The Social Security Administration just confirmed what many beneficiaries have been waiting for: specific payment dates and amounts for May. If you receive Social Security benefits, pay close attention because the $2,300 and $4,550 payments are hitting accounts on May 15th and 20th. But not everyone qualifies for both. Let me break down exactly who gets what and when. I've reviewed the official documentation and I want to clear up some confusion about these payments since there's a lot of misleading information out there. In the next few minutes, I'll walk you through the complete deposit schedule, eligibility requirements, and what you need to do if your payment doesn't arrive as expected. Let's start with the basics. Social Security payments in May follow a specific schedule based on your benefit type and in some cases your birth date. I've checked the official SSA calendar and here's the confirmed schedule. May 3rd. Social Security benefits for recipients with birthdays on the 1st through 10th. May 10th. Benefits for those with birthdays on the 11th through 20th. May 15th. $2,300 payments for SSDI recipients and benefits for those with birthdays on the 21st through 31st. May 20th. $4,550 payments for eligible SSI recipients with qualifying dependents. May 24th. Standard SSI payments for most recipients. Now, you might be wondering where these specific dollar amounts are coming from. So, let's break that down. The $2,300 payment scheduled for May 15th isn't actually a new bonus or stimulus payment as some clickbait headlines might suggest. This represents the average monthly benefit for disabled workers with a spouse and one or more children receiving Social Security Disability Insurance, SSDI. According to the most recent SSA data I reviewed, the average disabled worker receives approximately $1,538 per month in 2025. When you factor in spousal and dependent benefits, this brings the average family benefit to around $2,300. This isn't a one-size-fits-all amount, though. Your individual payment could be higher or lower depending on your work history and lifetime earnings, the number of qualifying dependents you have, when you began receiving disability benefits, and any other income sources that might affect your benefits. If you're an SSDI recipient, the payment you receive on May 15th will reflect your specific circumstances, not necessarily exactly $2,300. Now, about that $4,550 payment scheduled for May 20th. This isn't a universal payment either. This amount represents approximately what a family with multiple qualified dependents might receive through combined supplemental security income, SSI payments. The maximum federal SSI payment for an eligible individual in 2025 is $943 per month. For an eligible couple, it's $1,415. When you add potential state supplements and benefits for multiple qualifying dependents, some families could receive combined payments approaching $4,550. To qualify for this higher amount, you would typically need to be eligible for SSI based on age, disability, or blindness. Have extremely limited income and resources, have multiple qualifying dependents also receiving benefits, and live in a state that provides additional SSI supplements. Most SSI recipients will receive their regular monthly payment, which is significantly less than $4,550. The average individual SSI payment is closer to $700, $800 per month after accounting for various deductions. Let's clarify exactly who qualifies for these benefits because there's been some confusion online. For SSDI benefits, potentially around $2,300 if you have dependents. You must have worked and paid Social Security taxes long enough to be insured. You must have a medical condition that meets the SSA's definition of disability. Your disability must be expected to last at least 1 year or result in death. You must be unable to perform substantial gainful activity. Benefits may extend to your spouse and children if they qualify as dependents. For SSI benefits, potentially approaching $4,550 for families with multiple recipients. You must be 65 or older, blind or disabled. You must have very limited income and resources. Asset limits are $2,000 for individuals and $3,000 for couples. Income limits vary by state and living situation. Some states provide supplements that increase the federal payment. One thing I want to emphasize: these are not one-time stimulus payments or special bonuses. These are the regular monthly Social Security payments that eligible beneficiaries receive. The specific dates mentioned are simply when those payments are scheduled to arrive in May. Some viewers have asked if these amounts reflect the 2025 Cost of Living Adjustment, COLA. The answer is yes. Social Security benefits received a 2.5% COLA increase for 2025, which is already factored into these payment amounts. This COLA is notably lower than previous years. We saw a 3.2% increase in 2024 and a massive 8.7% jump in 2023 during high inflation. The more modest 2.5% adjustment reflects the slowing inflation we've experienced over the past year. For perspective, this means someone receiving the average SSDI benefit saw approximately a $38 monthly increase from 2024 to 2025. For SSI recipients, the federal maximum increased by about $23 per month for individuals. I've been getting a lot of questions about these May payments, so let me address the most common ones. Is this an extra payment on top of my regular benefits? No. These are your regular scheduled payments, not additional stimulus or bonus payments. If you're already receiving Social Security benefits, you don't need to take any action. Your payment will arrive according to the schedule outlined earlier. That's completely normal. The $2,300 and $4,550 figures represent average or maximum amounts for certain household compositions. Your individual payment is calculated based on your specific circumstances. Social Security payment dates are fixed based on your birth date or the type of benefit you receive. You generally cannot change your payment date. If your payment doesn't arrive within 3 business days of the scheduled date, contact the SSA directly at 1-800-721-213 or visit your local Social Security office. I want to share my thoughts on this topic because I think it's important to have the right context. While headlines about $2,300 and $4,550 payments might sound exciting, it's crucial to understand these aren't new initiatives or increases beyond the standard COLA adjustments. In reality, Social Security benefits continue to face challenges keeping pace with actual living expenses, especially for those dependent on these payments as their primary income source. The 2.5% COLA for 2025, while helpful, barely keeps up with inflation in many categories that hit seniors and disabled Americans particularly hard, like healthcare, housing, and food. I've spoken with numerous Social Security recipients who expressed that these modest increases don't meaningfully improve their financial situation. Many continue to make difficult choices between medications, adequate housing, and nutritious food. That said, the SSA has made improvements in payment processing and customer service recently. The predictable payment schedule and direct deposit options have eliminated much of the uncertainty that caused stress for beneficiaries in previous years. What to do if you're struggling? If your Social Security benefits aren't enough to cover your expenses, here are some resources that might help. SNAP benefits, food stamps. Many Social Security recipients qualify for food assistance. Medicare savings programs can help pay Medicare premiums and other costs. Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program, LIHAP, helps with heating and cooling costs. Supplemental Security Income, SSI, if you're not already receiving it and have limited resources. State and local assistance programs. Many communities offer additional help with housing, transportation, and other necessities. Remember that receiving these benefits typically doesn't reduce your Social Security payments, so it's worth checking if you qualify. To summarize what we've covered today, yes, there are Social Security payments of around $2,300 and $4,550 scheduled for May 15th and 20th. But these represent regular monthly benefits for specific household situations, not special bonuses or stimulus payments. The exact amount you'll receive depends on your individual circumstances, work history, and benefit type. These payments already include the 2.5% COLA adjustment for 2025. Looking ahead, I expect we'll continue to see modest COLA increases in the coming years as inflation stabilizes. However, the ongoing debate about Social Security's long-term funding will likely intensify as we approach the projected 2034 depletion date for the trust fund. If you found this breakdown helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe for more straightforward explanations of Social Security updates and other financial news that affects your bottom line. Drop any questions you have in the comments, and I'll do my best to address them in future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Before you go, if you're concerned about maximizing your Social Security benefits, check out my free guide linked in the description. It walks through strategies to ensure you're receiving everything you're entitled to. Stay informed, stay prepared, and I'll catch you in the next video.